Welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast. Fandom, fun, funny. Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast.
Hello, welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls. Here we are.
Hey.
Powered by Conquest Journals, PopCon, and part of the KJ Today Productions. Welcome to some random fandom fun. We've got gamer Katie joining us tonight. We have producer Jonna. We've got Patches producing some dinner in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Not producing dinner for KJ, apparently.
Producing dinner for the kitty cats.
And we'll have Tia from Geek Vibes Nation joining us here in just a moment. She just asked for the link again, so I am sending that to her. That's how our show rolls, my friends. Last month there was a bunch going on, but Katie, I felt like everything you would ever want to talk about was happening and you couldn't be here.
I know.
Yeah.
Isn't that just my life at this point?
Yes.
Yeah, there was the Fallout show. There's this VR game that I think KJ would actually enjoy. Like, I was beside myself and then I could not make it. So here I am, ready, willing, and eager. Plenty to talk about. Patches, I missed you the most.
Of course.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Well, of course. I mean, I've been Team Katie since day one. Are you kidding me?
We have to have the controversial opinions because that's what keeps this show good.
I know.
LOL.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Katie's the only one that gets me sometimes.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Crazy.
it really is.
Katie, thanks for being a part of this and keeping Patches and I together, because without you it would be so boring.
I do my best.
Yes, along with all the fights that we have after we do a show, it's great. No.
Yeah.
Hi, Tia.
Someone's got to keep this marriage together.
And so also joining us, she is the head writer for Geek Vibes Nation. Tia is back, and Tia, we're so excited for this. Last time we saw you was in person in New York. Woo woo. We're starting to see each other quite a bit.
We've seen each other in real life twice now.
I know.
And like back to back.
I know. Like,
so you're set for like the next 2 years.
Right?
If I don't see you next month, I'm going to be really sad, Tia.
Yes, we have a darts thing in Chicago, so it'd be a perfect tie-in for you.
Oh.
It's funny because yesterday I went out to eat with my grandparents, and there was a dartboard at the bar, and I was like, I was thinking about you guys.
With your knowledge, you're like, boom.
Tia was like, "Excuse me, I know what I'm doing." Thank you.
I just stared at it.
I was trained by professionals, guys. I don't
Take
know
that,
if you know
Grandpa.
Boom. Did you actually tell your grandparents anything about the darts?
Yeah. I've told them about it. I said I went to this convention in Indianapolis and walked away with an appreciation for darts.
Yay! And we left New York with an appreciation for the way that you all have to take 1,000 different trains and cars and things just to arrive. Katie, it was ridiculous. She's just having lunch with us, right? Because we were in New York for the U.S. Darts Masters, and so I was like, okay, well, we could at least do lunch, right? And then she's like, okay, I'm on my way. I'm on the first train. I'm like, how many trains does it take? She's like,
I know two things about New York. One is don't argue the grid system of streets because they get all defensive about that.
Oh yes.
Number 2. The rats are the size of pizza slices, and they will fight you for them. That's it. I don't know how to navigate the train system. I don't know how many trains there are.
A lot, probably.
Wait,
So to get down to where KJ and Patches were, right? I had to take the Metro North. This is a train from Yonkers to Grand Central. And then I took a subway from Grand Central to Times Square. Technically, I could have taken another train from Times Square to, I think, Penn Station. But I originally I originally was going to walk to where they were. But then I was like, okay, I'm taking too long. And so then I just took a cab from Times Square to where they were.
And you said it started raining just like out of the blue.
It did. It started drizzling.
She sent a text and she's like, I'm going to take a cab since it's raining, and we looked outside.
It was
the
bright as
bar.
hell.
It was like
drizzling.
super sunny.
Did it rain on just one block? Follow-up question. How
Just the
far
block
was
that Tia
too
was
far
on.
to walk? Yeah.
I mean, it was going to be like a 15-minute walk. So it was like, I don't know, like 20 blocks or some shit
I feel like
that.
city people, that's doable.
I mean, it was. It's just I would
Not
have
us
too.
Midwesterners, but city
No.
people.
Oh, please. If I was with Paulie, we would have gotten down to Grand Central and then he would have just wanted to walk from Grand Central to where they were, which would have been like 30 to 40 blocks, which again, like,
I don't know how big
Bro.
a block is.
well,
Literally-
they're different, you know,
Yeah.
they're all different.
Literally, when Tia was here and we went to O'Reilly's the first night at PopCon, they were like, it's only like 4 blocks. I was like, 4 blocks? From
That's
here to O'Reilly's? What?
I'm not
That's so
walking.
little.
No.
That's so little. Like, no, 15 blocks is really not like it. It would have been doable, but I felt bad because I was already running late. So I was like, okay, I'll just take a cab then.
And I'm
Well,
sure
we
that cost $1
appreciate-
million.
Yeah, we appreciate all the
20
efforts
bucks.
that you make. Well, at some point, you just pay for
$1
convenience,
for each
right?
block, you know?
Mm-mm-mm.
well, listen, next year, Tia, you have to come to the U.S. Darts Masters.
Yes.
You have got to come because it was insane. And, to be inside of Madison Square Garden for the first time was just cool in itself. And I don't know if you like realize that because you live there. So it's just like a building, but like, even the darts players were like, they play in cool places all around the world. And they were like, yeah, man, but this is Madison Square Garden. And I was like, okay.
It's always really interesting hearing outside people's perspective because like I am a New Yorker, but not from Manhattan.
Mhm.
So it's like, I do feel very much like, it's just a city. But some people are different. Some people in like Yonkers and Westchester are like, I don't do anything unless it's in the city. All the good food places are in the city. And I'm like, I go to Manhattan like once or twice a year. So
That's probably more than enough.
it is for me at least. But
Yeah.
that could sound sacrilegious to some
Look,
Manhattanites.
Tia's like, I can go to the city anytime I want. I don't need to go all the time.
Going to the city, first off.
Going to the city.
Yes, go ahead, Katie.
I can't believe you didn't talk about Matthew Lewis. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, darts are cool or whatever. Sorry. Like, literally my fave, and you don't want to bring it up.
how did you find out that I was?
I saw it on Facebook, and I was like, "This B word." He didn't even call me.
They didn't even call me.
Not even a courtesy FaceTime. Nothing.
Katie, do you want a little clip of Matthew Lewis?
Yes.
Okay, all right. This is Matthew Lewis. So Matthew Lewis from Harry Potter, Neville, is a darts fan. Not surprising, but he actually grew up with it. Well, I'll let him tell you about it, Katie. Here's Matthew Lewis from Harry Potter. Welcome to the Madison Square Garden. Have you been here before?
I haven't actually. Well, I was here last night actually, so that was a lie, wasn't it? But no, not prior to this, the Darts Masters. No, this is my first time. Yeah.
Are you a darts fan?
Yeah, I've been a darts fan my whole life. So my dad actually, coincidentally, is called Adrian Lewis, and now if you know Adrian Jackpot Lewis, who was 2 times, 2 or 3-time world champion. So we always used to rip my dad about having the same name. But my dad was actually a really great darts player. He had a load of trophies. I mean, not professional, but he was a great darts player. So he brought us all up with it.
He had a lot of trophies. Yeah, go
One,
ahead,
the
Katie.
accent. 2, the height difference. 3. What's he doing with his hair? Because it's working. Like, it's very handsome.
Right? Isn't he so hot?
I don't even care if he's talking about darts. I'm like, oh, he's just so handsome.
That was literally me. I was like, keep talking to me, please. I just love it so much.
The accent throws you for like half a second, and then you're like, oh, okay. No, I understand now.
Katie, do you want more? I have another clip of Matthew Lewis.
Would you bless me with another?
Sure,
clip?
absolutely. In America, we've got so many sports that trying to grow darts is a little bit different than what it is in Europe.
Yep.
So how is the vibe compared to what you're used to?
You know what? It's a good question because obviously the UK is very much a football, soccer culture and drinking as well, which obviously is integral to darts. It's part of it. Everyone comes to have a very, very good time. But it's become a lot more than that recently, in my opinion. There's very, very eclectic in terms of the demographics. You think of it and you think of smoky pubs and big barrel-chested blokes, but nowadays it's like you go to the darts and there's everyone there. Men, women, old, young, people from all over the world, and I think that's really, really fantastic. And all the guys are great personalities from all over. I've seen some of these North American guys yesterday. All great personalities, great to watch. Really enjoyed it, and I think that tonight this is so close to a UK audience than I could ever have imagined. This is like we could be in Blackpool right now. This is amazing.
We could be in Blackpool right now.
With a bunch of bell-chested blokes.
Barrel-chested blokes.
Look, I like that he said soccer, ... drinking, like he was like, oh yeah, they drink sometimes, Like, yeah, I bet they do drink in the pubs while they're playing darts.
So you're telling me this B word just dropped the greatest performance as the greatest Harry Potter character ever. And he's like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to go do darts now. Like, that's just going to be my thing now.
He's actually he works for what's the team that he works for, Patches?
Leeds United.
Yes. So
you can't win them all, I guess. Okay.
Nope.
What else is he gonna do with all that Harry Potter money?
I guess he's got to burn it somewhere. One of them bought an ice cream truck.
Wait, what? An ice cream truck?
Why do you know that?
It went around the internet forever. They asked like the 3 main characters what they were going to do with like their first paycheck. And they were kids. It was like right after the first movie. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, I'm going to save it all, says Emma, whatever her name is. I can't remember, Watson. And
whatever.
And it was like very in character for each of them because Harry Potter's like, I don't know. Daniel Radcliffe, I don't know. I'm just going to do whatever. Rupert Grint, Ron Weasley, he's like, I'm going to buy an ice cream truck. And that's what I'm going to do.
As he should.
I don't know if he ever actually did, but that's there.
By the way, Katie, if you want to see or anybody else, if you want to see the whole interview, it's actually up on the official YouTube channel of the Championship Darts Corporation, youtube.com/champdarts. So,
like all the things you do just magically tie together.
Is that
Harry Potter with Conquest Journals and also the podcast plus darts.
I know. It's so weird,
you
right?
couldn't have planned it better.
No, I could not have. No. I mean, when I was sitting there the day before with Luke Humphreys, who's the world champion. He's the world #1 right now. It's like he's the best darts player on the planet. They're like, this will be the first one you interview. And I'm like, okay. And it said, I know, and it said in his bio, so I knew it was okay to ask about it, that he has this friendship with Matthew Lewis. So I'm like, oh, sweet, because everybody else wants to talk to him about his averages and get into the stats.
So tell us about your best friend.
Yeah. And I'm like, look, I don't ask every British person if they watch Harry Potter, but I know you have this friendship with Matthew Lewis. And he was like, yeah, I do. And by the way, he's coming tomorrow. And I was like, what? like you could literally see me jump out of my seat. I'm like, what?
Oh, you're just going to drop that on me casually? Like I don't need time to prepare? Okay.
Yeah. It was, and so he and I ended up talking because there was this big drama during Luke's match, his friend and my boy Nathan Aspinall, and there was a whistle, which is like a really like terrible thing that you do, and he was trying to explain to I was standing there, like he was sitting behind me, and he was trying to explain it to the woman, like why that's a no-no in darts, and he was really mad about it, and I turned around and I was like, yeah, that's a really crappy thing to do, and then I'm like, oh, that's Matthew Lewis. And so we had a conversation about darts. Like I was sitting there just like helping him explain to this woman like the etiquette of darts. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to take my shot. And I was like, hey, man, you can totally say no to this. You came here to watch darts, but it would be really cool if we could, maybe talk about this thing. And he was like, yeah, let's go right now. Let's do it.
You know what else would be really cool? If you FaceTimed your bestest friend about it. But no.
Katie's never gonna let you live this down.
Bitter.
Ever.
So sorry,
Bitter.
Katie. Is he your favorite? Like,
Yeah. Okay. First
favorite?
off,
Okay.
anybody who's watched Harry Potter with eyes can tell that Neville is the best character.
Well, didn't he have like a glow up? Like that's the big thing about him.
Very much
Oh,
a glow
yes.
up. But even then, in the first movie where he's like, I'm going to be a Gryffindor, I'm going to be brave. No, you guys can't sneak out and break the rules. Best character. No one likes Harry Potter. He's maybe the main title character, but he's definitely not people's fave. That's a lie. Anybody with eyes and a good heart can tell it should be Neville. And like he grew up into this beautiful flower of a grown-up, and like now he just does this all the time.
Katie, tell me how you really feel.
Katie, I don't know if he has a type, but I'll tell you, if he does, you are his type, because his whether I don't know his partner. I don't know if they're married or not. I didn't Google his Matthew.
She didn't cry.
She didn't creep like I would have.
She was very lovely, long blonde hair.
Aw.
Honestly, like I'm looking at you and I'm like, oh my gosh, she kind of reminds me of you.
Don't give
So he
her
has
hope.
good taste too, huh?
Too bad
Yeah,
Katie's
he
already taken.
Yeah, I'm married with a +1 on the way. Like too little, too late, Matthew.
Oh wait, I almost forgot about that because like seeing you from the shoulders up, and then it's like it struck me just now. I was like, oh wait, Katie's pregnant.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I don't think we've officially said it on the kind of nerdy
surprise.
girls. We have a kind of nerdy baby on the way.
I mean, she announced it on social, so I was
Yes.
I'm sorry.
You know that makes it
breaking news.
official. You know that makes it official, right? It's posting it
Right.
on Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes. So, how is the kind of nerdy baby that you're cooking over there?
Status update.
Cooking.
Great, no complaints. We'll be 21 weeks on Friday, so we're more than halfway done.
Yay!
Yeah.
Awesome. And we've been talking about. Oh, I did want to bring this up. We've been talking about PopCon Louisville. You really think you're going to make it to PopCon?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not at this time. So
Okay,
Whatever.
you'll be like 7 months then, right?
Look, me and KJ are so worried.
yeah.
Listen,
I feel like people. I
Going to
feel like women who are pregnant just give no F's at all. Like
That's true.
I've seen like one of my bosses was like 8, close to 9 months pregnant, like carrying chairs and everything. It's like, oh God, what are you doing? She's what? I'm like,
I mean, you're not made of glass. Like you're.
Well, I
fine.
mean, at some point during pregnancy, most pregnant women can't like drive or like get in the car anymore. So like
typically after 34, 36 weeks, like that's when you're like, okay, well done, and like you don't want to be too far away from your doctor.
Mhm.
But August fits in there just fine, so I
Listen.
will be allowed.
If any of the kind of nerdy girls were going to like power through like a boss being pregnant, it's definitely Katie.
for real. 100%.
100%.
I'm
100%.
flattered. I've taken this pregnancy 2 ways, and it depends on the audience. So one, I'm like, oh, I'm not made of glass. It's fine. It's whatever. And then the other one is like, can you please get me a glass of water? I'm thirsty.
Oh my God. She was doing that when I was at her house the other day to
Yep.
her husband.
I just got to read the audience. Got to read the audience.
I want to let everybody know, the audience, that we do have free tickets to PopCon Louisville for all of our Kind of Nerdy crew members. So this is not a contest. If you go to kjtodayshow.com and you sign up, you're going to get 2 free single-day passes. And you can upgrade those to the entire weekend if you want. But we want to get as many people to PopCon Louisville as we can, representing from Indianapolis. Or if you know someone in Louisville, tell them to sign up for the crew because we want to pack that place. You know, it's a new location, Katie. We're going to be at the Kentucky International Convention Center. So the one
I like that one better.
Yeah, the one that's more kind of located where all the cool stuff is.
I like that one better.
I do. I like this one better. It's right across the bridge, right next to the Yum Center. You're gonna love it. Yeah.
Yes. So we're very excited. August 23rd through the 25th. Hey, Patches, what's going on, man?
Oh, I was just checking to see if Katie was going to be our DD for the weekend. Then
I am willing.
Oh yeah, that means I can be lit.
Go ahead.
I love that. That's what Patches needs to make sure of. He's
Party
like,
in my memory. Party on, Wayne.
yes, a man has his priorities. Let's go.
I get it. I do
all
have
right.
one complaint for the PopCon committee.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
Why do we only have 7 guest announcements so far? I need to know more.
Okay. There was another one announced at 7. We've got a couple people from One Piece coming, Katie, that I'm already like, ooh, Katie should do that panel. That'll be great.
I'll wear my shirt. Ooh.
Yes. And we have another announcement tomorrow. And then next week, we've got some pretty big things going on. So
I'm going to need like a week of like giving where you just tell me all the people that are coming.
Can we just talk about the fact that Phineas and Ferb are coming? Like,
Phineas and Ferb,
like,
yes.
Like what? Phineas and Ferb, and then the guy who plays Phineas is also the voice. He's not the voice. He's the actor who played Chris's best friend, and Everybody Hates Chris.
Everybody hates
Come
Chris.
on, man.
Like I was looking at him because when we announced him, we listed him as a voice actor, and I'm like, but I know that guy, right? So that guy. You know, to pull the curtain back a little bit, guys. When you see a post go up about a guest announcement on the PopCon page, I posted that. Ooh. So I don't necessarily want to tell you that because if I get something wrong about these people, then you're going to be like, KJ, you're so stupid. That's not what he was in. But I did have to look that up. David Irigo, and he's been in a ton of things. He is coming, and then we also have. I'm trying to make sure I'm actually looking at the
Vincent Martello.
Vincent Martello. So I'm looking at the sheet that has the guests that we've announced and the guests we haven't announced. So I'm making sure I don't accidentally say.
Could you share your screen, perhaps?
I will not
give us a little sneak peek.
I will not be sharing my screen.
Oh.
KJ,
give us a hint. Give us a hint. A Kind of Nerdy Girls exclusive hint.
Yes. Gamer Katie will be coming to PopCon Louisville.
Lame.
You know who is? I just got confirmation that he is coming from Indianapolis.
Patches.
Patches. Producer Patches will be coming to PopCon Louisville.
You know what? I bet it's Chris and Carl from PopCon. I bet they're
Brandon
coming.
Peters from the Brandon Peters Show. Yes. But also he moderated the Breaking Bad panel for us here in Indy, and he loved being at PopCon so much that our friend Abdul Hakim Shabazz is going to go to Louisville with us and be a part of this time. So awesome. We've been texting back and forth, so I hope he's okay that I just announced that. But he was like, I'm up for anything. And I was like, guess what? You're going to moderate. We're going to have you do your own panel. We're going to put you on the podcast stage. You're going to totally regret saying that you wanted to do this.
There you go. You've opened
AJ said you were going to work this weekend, okay?
It sounds to me like Jonna should do a Phineas and Ferb panel.
Look,
I know, right?
Don't get me started. Because I will.
Yeah.
Don't give me a reason to watch Phineas and Ferb.
So be watching next week for the PopCon announcements because again we have another one tomorrow night, and then we've got a bunch of stuff going on next week. So the announcements are coming, the guests are coming. Katie,
I am excited.
Incredibly excited about Anson Mount from Star Trek.
I'm so
Strange New
upset.
Worlds.
I'm so upset.
I mean, Tia, you can go for free, man. You just gotta, it would take
a train
you,
ride.
it would take you maybe 6 trains to get there and a couple
At
cabs.
least 6.
But,
At least 6.
You're so used to that.
Tia, all I'm saying is you just have to sleep in the bed with me. That's all I'm because I'll most likely be sharing a room with KJ and Patches.
Like, I'm so down for that. I sit there and I go, damn, should I not have even gone to IndieCon? I should have just went to this one.
What? No. You would have missed out on your GTA guys and the darts.
Yeah.
And the Red Dead guys. Come on.
Yeah.
No regrets, Tia.
Well, and you wouldn't have learned your new favorite shot as well. So
you're telling me, Patches, that you don't do that at every bar you go to?
No, I really don't.
No, he doesn't.
No, I don't. I couldn't order any shots at a bar.
You did it at the bar in New York City, though.
Because you were there. It was a special occasion.
So it's your fault, Tia.
You're the shot
way
girl.
to go.
I'm the problem.
Don't put this on me.
All right. Again, if you missed it there, you can get your free PopCon Louisville tickets by becoming a KJ crew member. If you're already a member, I still need you to sign up because it's a special sheet that I need to send over to the PopCon guys so that they can email you all your tickets. So go to kjtodayshow.com and you'll see that right on the homepage to get signed up.
That's a lot of work.
Go to kjtodayshow.com.
Yeah. KJTODAY.com. Enter. Click.
I think
Fill
she
out
said
my info.
Joe. I think she
Whatever
also
it
said
is.
Joe.
I'm sure I'll find a way to get there. I forgot
KJTodayShow.com.
show. SHOW.
KJ, I think you need a QR code.
Backspace.
Oh my gosh. I did actually, for the last one, I had a QR code made up that I could flash on the screen. But listen, guys, there's been a lot going on, so I don't have a QR code for
Could you
PopCon Louisville
draw
yet.
one for us?
Not draw a QR code.
Yeah, like pull up MS Paint, share your screen, and start drawing one.
I just put kjtodayshow.com in the comments so people can just click on it and go to kjtodayshow.com.
That's not as exciting.
I'm sorry, Katie. I'm sorry. You know, what else is not exciting is we're 30 minutes into the show and we haven't done anything.
Oh, yeah.
We've done
I feel like this is pretty par for the course.
We've done plenty.
All right. Let's get you caught up in what's going on in the gaming world first.
Hey.
It's time for a gaming update with Gamer Katie.
I have 2 updates because I have so much to talk about. Do you want
Okay.
option A or option B?
Well, which one is better?
They're both pretty good.
Okay.
I feel like option A because it's A.
A. B.
I was gonna say be spicy. Do B.
B, final answer.
He's
Okay.
spicy.
Be spicy.
Hey, it has taken me a decade of knowing you, but
Okay.
I finally found a game that I think is perfect for you.
Oh man.
And by
I don't
perfect,
know.
I mean perfect.
Perfect, like
You
perfect
doubted
with
me
a
before.
P-U-R-R.
You doubted
Yes.
me before.
You've doubted me before, but
I
I need
have.
you to trust me on this one.
Well, because you told me about that Stray game, and then that just made me really
Okay.
sad because
Yeah,
it was a
Stray's
cat without
sad,
a cat
But
without
it
a
is a
home.
cat, and he's looking for his family. That's great. Love that
Yeah.
game. Really short. Here's an even better one for you. How do
Okay.
you feel about virtual reality?
You know what?
Oh.
I honestly have not done it. I can't believe all the times I've been at PopCon and it's free to try, and I see everybody doing it that I haven't.
When
So
do you
for
have
those
time
classes
to do
on.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I
for
don't really.
PopCon Louisville, I'm going to need them to put this demo on the VR for you because the game is called I Am Cat. And you play as a cat who is terrorizing a grandma.
Oh, it's cute.
That's your
Like-
whole job.
Like the cat's a jerk to the grandma.
You can be. You
Okay.
cannot be. So you're.
What if
supposed
I
to
don't
get
want to
into-
be? Because like that stereotypes cats,
Yeah.
and I'm out there trying
So
to tell
you're
people
supposed
that
to get
cats
into
aren't
like
jerks.
cat shenanigans.
Don't
and
laugh,
not-
Tia. I'm trying to change the narrative about cats. Okay, they get discriminated
this
against.
game will
They get a
help.
bad
I think
rap.
this game will help.
It's just Stray you didn't like because it was a sad cat that's looking for its home, and now you're like, don't want to be the typical cat doing typical cat things.
No, I
So
don't have
it's
a
in-
single cat that knocks things off of countertops. Okay,
And you don't have to. Optional. If you want
Although
those
Buffy's
achievements,
getting
go
there.
for it.
She will be
It's in
soon.
early access, so it's not out yet. But
Okay.
you play as this kitty cat, and you're given like different tasks. Like there's one where you have to retrieve a basketball and then shoot hoops with your little cat paws. And then there's
Also,
Yeah, I know.
none of my cats do that.
I know. And then there's another one where it's like you have to go fishing and you have to get the fishies in the fish tank, and then like you can terrorize grandma, but you cannot.
Okay.
And she comes busting in if she catches you knocking stuff off with
Oh.
a frying pan in her hand. And she'll get you.
How very Tom and Jerry.
She'll
I
get
was
you.
gonna say, oh my God.
But like
Cats
if
don't
you-
respond to that. It just ruins your relationship.
if you
with them,
foil
man.
her attempts to stop you, she like angrily shakes her fist at you and then just walks away.
Nah.
And
She
like
needs to listen to my podcast, The Cat Conversation.
since it's
and learn some
VR, and
tips
if you
for
look down at
a
your
better
hands,
relationship.
it's VR. You look down at your hands; they're little cat paws, but you can retract the claws or not.
Oh, so you can make biscuits?
Yeah, or you can like it helps you climb and like
Mm.
it's so cute. I think this is
Wow.
going to be the one.
Like
Okay.
KJ's getting married. This is the one.
I
This
don't.
name is the one.
I feel like KJ is not sold on it. I see the look on her face. She does not know about this. She's gonna get hit with a frying pan by a grandma, and she don't think she likes it.
If I see a grandma hit a cat with a frying pan, that's a problem for me.
It's very easy to foil her. She's a grandma,
Okay.
right? Like,
Should be able to run away from grandma. Should be able to run.
I think this is the one, KJ. I think this is it.
All
I
right.
think it's it.
I'm gonna spend the whole game being like, Grandma, I could teach you techniques that would help you have a better relationship with your cat.
Oh
Me.
my God.
Me, your cat.
Talk to me, Grandma. Talk to me.
Tell me how you feel, Grandma.
Yeah.
Grandma, I need you to read my book, Raised by Cats, Behind the Mic and the Meows, and then see if you're gonna come at your cat with a frying pan. Okay?
No, where's Patches with the mic and the meows?
He's actually, you can see it. You want to know where Patches is right now with all the meows.
Making dinner.
With all the
Look at
meows.
Look at that guy. He's got all the cats. So
Oh, he's
What
got
do
an
you-
audience. Yeah.
What's he throwing at them? It's like
Chicken.
water for a second.
Little tiny frying pans.
it's their chicken that
Yeah.
no frying pans.
This is it,
Patches.
man. This is it. I'm telling you.
All right. So how when does this game come out, or we don't know yet?
Oh gosh, it is. Let me look at their website.
Okay.
That's like the one thing I didn't look up. I was just so excited about this game. It doesn't have a date yet.
Okay.
Ooh.
All
I
right.
know.
That
Well,
means they're
then do
going to
you
make it
have
so fun.
Do you have a VR thingy?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I can come to your house and
Like the
and
demo I saw was the cat. Like one of the achievements is you have to get bread out of the cabinet, take it out of the bag, and put it in the toaster and make toast with your little cat hands.
I love it. I want to play this game.
Yeah.
All right. All
Now I
right.
want virtual
And you have a little
reality.
kitty cat watch that you wear. It's very cute.
I love it.
Sounds like a lovely game. All
This
right.
is
What's
it.
that?
This is it.
What's option A? What was the other story you felt like was equally
Okay.
important?
So basically, like PopCon happened and then I was gone. I can't believe I haven't talked about the Fallout show yet.
I have 2 episodes left.
Oh.
You have to watch it.
Oh.
Katie
I
said,
First off, what do you
Okay.
think? Because you've never played the games, you don't know the context behind like lore and story and all that.
Yes.
What do you think?
It's I prepared myself today to give you my thoughts on this without using the F word. It's so effed up.
Yeah, no, yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's pretty
Like,
right.
So is the game as screwed up as the TV show, or did they take liberties with some of the things in the game and like
Katie's face tells me it was bad.
exaggerated them in the TV show?
Actually, the show's playing it pretty safe.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
The game is
alright.
rated M for mature.
Yeah. M for madness. But there's 1, 2, Van Buren got canceled. 3, 4, 76, New Vegas. There's 6 mainframe games.
Okay.
And they're all a little wild, but like a great example is that you can select this perk when you play at the beginning of the game. It's called Wild Wild Wasteland.
Okay.
And as you go, just weird things happen to you. Like you get attacked by aliens, or you stumble upon the remnants of a fridge and it's got Indiana Jones's hat in it, or like, there's just references to all kinds of other things. And that was kind of what I thought they took the inspiration for the show as. They're like, you know what? We're just going to do whatever we feel like, and we're going to make that a show. And that's going to be it. And it's exactly how they made the games.
I feel like they took a lot of inspiration from Fallout 4 and like Fallout 76. But I loved it so much. Oh man, I loved it so much. Oh my god.
There were things I loved. There were things I was like meh about. But
what didn't you love?
I felt like, okay, I understand like the Brotherhood of Steel thing, right? Mm-hmm. But they're not
the Transformer priests.
Yes.
Did you feel like there was something a little erotic about them?
Not at all.
There was at one point in the beginning. Like,
maybe I need to watch this show.
Did you confuse Bridgerton and Fallout?
No.
Bridgerton does come out tomorrow.
No, because in the first episode, when Lord Titus like goes down and like Max has to wrap his like legs around his waist, and or like when he like throws his crotch plate at him to like watch. I don't know. I was like, there's something erotic here.
I did not find throwing the crotch plate at the guy erotic.
I got religious zealotry, which depending on which games you play. The newer games definitely were a little more gentle about the Brotherhood of Steel. The older games where it's like a little more intense and a little more like I totally get like religious cult kind of thing going on. It that was just like an interesting choice they made, a creative choice that they choose. I was a little mad that they didn't put a death claw in it because that's what I wanted to see.
What's a death claw?
It's like a mutated thing.
I mean,
it's like a mutated dinosaur, but it actually mutated from a chameleon, and it's very big and the most dangerous creature in the wasteland, and will literally like beat you down with one hit.
Okay.
Yeah. But the bear that you saw, the mutated bear, is a Yaogwai. That is in a lot of the games, and like just like the characters, they'd be like they walked into the shop in like one of the early episodes where like it was kind of the Wild West shootout, and like you could see a mini nuke on the counter and a party hat and things like that. So it was just like little references that I really, it was like playing I Spy the whole time. Cause I was like, oh, I know what that is. I know what that is. I know what that reference is. I know what that reference is. I know what that reference is. And I was insufferable to watch it with because Eric was like, stop talking. I'm trying to enjoy the show. But I'm like, I know what he's talking about.
Wait, so
has Eric played the game?
A few. Not all of them, but a few.
But so he wasn't like getting all the references. So you were being that super
understood them. I was being annoying. I was like, did you know he actually broke his ankle in this scene of Lord of the Rings? That kind of thing.
That's very Katie.
Yeah.
That's the most Katie thing I've ever heard.
The whole time I'm like this, like 6 inches from the screen, just glued to it. And he's like, I can't see the TV. But
did you have a question, Tia?
I was going to say, I can't really, because you haven't finished it yet, but I will say that the way that the show ends, because I had never played the games prior to watching it. And so when the show ends, I was like, I don't get it. Like, not in a bad way. I still loved it.
Do
I was
you want
like, clearly...
me to explain that like last 10 seconds to you?
Well, luckily, I mean, you can, absolutely. But I was going to say, I have done such a deep dive lore on like YouTube since like literally the play. Katie,
I love lore videos. I watch them all the time.
This is how down bad I was about Fallout when I went to PopCon. Before I went, before I went home, I downloaded a 2-hour video on all of the different vaults and all of the experiments that they have done. And that's what I watched on my way back to New York.
And it's good. Like the way that they approached Vault Tech in the show is very representative of what they did in the games. Like, they're supposed to be this great big, like, evil with the facade of, well, we tried to save humanity. But when you go into the vault shelter, like, they're going to do something messed up to you. Like, they're just going to do something horrible to you. And it was just for science's sake, like, to just see what would happen. Like, there's one vault that it's like 999 people and one panther.
Yes, yeah,
like,
which was
why not?
Weird.
Yeah, why not?
Or, well, like, so I played a little bit of Fallout 4 after the show, and it's like, it's so messed up because they're like, come to the vaults, we'll save you, and then immediately let's just throw you in like a cryogenic tube, and then like you're gonna die because you're gonna get asphyxiated to death. It's like, you guys are messed up.
My favorite one is there's one where it's one guy and a box of puppets, and that's the whole vault.
And he goes nuts.
He goes mental.
Well, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but that was the
your whole
point.
life?
Is like, how fast can he go crazy? Or there's another one in Fallout 3 where they had the best and brightest of like musicians, and then they brought them to the vault, and they were using white noise machines to try to make them into loyal super soldiers, and it just made them all crazy, and they killed each other. Surprise, surprise.
Was there a vault of? Was there a vault of blue chickens?
There was not. Different game.
Oh,
Sorry, Patches.
It's hard to keep them straight.
Chickens don't exist in the wasteland, as far as I know.
So really quick before KJ, my favorite one is the vault where every year they have to find someone to sacrifice.
11.
And then at the end of it, they realize that they never need to do that in the first place. They were waiting for people to go against the supercomputer, and the supercomputer would have allowed them to go if they would have just showed an ounce of humanity, but they didn't. They succumbed to their
my gosh.
Like,
and the best
depravity.
part is they do like the opposite of elections. So they'd be like, we hate Kate, vote for Kate for overseer so she dies.
Yeah, because then every year the overseer died. So
yeah,
it was messed up.
All of them were their own flavor of messed up. There was like very few that were actually control vaults or things like that where nothing wild happened, and those were typically where the big wigs would go, or like important people. There was one where it was in the DLC for 4. It was movie stars, like super rich people, and they're just like hanging out, doing their thing, being rich. That's whatever.
That's what I want to do.
But like the show did such a great job of like masking the crazy.
Yeah.
But what I found interesting about it is that, you know, it's not out of the realm of possibility that humanity would act this way. Right.
That's what I love about it, is it's very believable that people would just be like, you know what? No, we're not going to do that. Why not make a vault with 999 women and one man and see what happens? Or 999 men and one woman.
The only reason why I would never survive Fallout is the massive roaches. I can't deal with.
Yeah, you live in New York. They'd like beat you up. Sorry, in the city they beat you up. They haven't done New York yet. That would be
they haven't. No, I noticed that.
That's stressful.
3 was DC. So it was like the ruins of Washington, D.C. and the Capitol building. And like they did enough research that when you walk around in this game, you could recognize things in real life.
But is it 4 Philadelphia?
4 is Boston.
Yeah.
Boston.
And then New Vegas is obviously Las Vegas out there. 76 is Appalachia, so West Virginia. Yeah.
Is that the one you hated? Which was
I was very, 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 very upset when that game came out because it was a hunk of trash. I've since given it like 7 new chances, and it is slowly being patchworked to better. Like it's functional now. But it's like GTA Fallout at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's okay. It's okay.
So what do you guys think about the ghoul? Favorite character, not favorite character?
I didn't realize I'd be so thirsty for Walton Goggins.
Hell yeah.
I was watching this because Tia had kind of hinted to that, and I'm like, I have no thirst. Like
I'm not thirsty at all.
There's
no water.
Thirst. No.
Yeah. I don't know. And then like something about his teeth, I was like, are they veneers? They're just like too perfect.
They
They're
are.
too perfect.
Apparently, when Walton Goggins was a kid, he had his teeth knocked out in baseball. So they are all fake.
And now they actually are perfect.
Yeah.
I loved the like my favorite trope in TV shows is arrogant, lovable dickhead.
No,
and that was perfect.
Because I feel like the show wants us to ship Lucy and Max together, and it's like nice. They're sweet together. Don't get me wrong, but is it bad that scene where like Walter?
I'm not into sweet. Okay.
When the ghoul was literally drowning Lucy, it was like
yeah.
You thought that was hot?
No. It's
Tia reads dark romance.
It's more of like it's more of like, okay, the other option is he's too sweet and too naive and too like wildly like obsessed in love with her. And this is like the first girl he's ever met because he's part of a cult, right? Like whatever. And then this guy's like, I don't care if you live or die. I'm gonna bite off one of your fingers. Get out of my way, leave me alone. And I'm like, I'm interested.
It's the equivalent to
I'm
when
worried
like
about you girls.
It's the equivalent to like when you're a kid and they're like, that boy's being mean to me, and they're like, that just means he likes you.
Honestly, that's
if he pulls your pigtails or uses you as bait for a giant gulper monster, he likes you.
And they wonder why dark romance is selling so hot right now.
Yeah. My only complaint is that I felt like his skin was too good to be a ghoul. Ghouls are supposed to be 200-year-old rotting corpses.
But because he's like, he's on top of his drug game. Don't take it away from me.
He's too pretty.
Maybe
he moisturizes.
No. Tell me that somewhere in the apocalyptic desert there is moisturizer or sunscreen, because that's not true.
You don't know, Katie.
No way.
It could be
He's
one of
wearing
the
the same shirt from 200 years ago. No way.
Oh, when they do the flashbacks to when he's Cooper Howard,
and he's like a good dad.
Tia's like, I'm sweating. Okay.
I mean, I like him, but I'm not having this reaction, ladies. I'm sorry.
Oh man, I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna talk to you guys about it.
Like,
yes,
it's just a fun character.
And also, I will tell you, Katie, that like the moment where obviously like he's messed up from all of the radiation, right? But like the moment that you realize if they don't have the the medicine, they turn into zombies. I'm like, freaking zombies! Of course, here we go. I hate zombies. I'm like, everything was going great. Now there's
I had to put them in.
Yep. So that was a change from the games, and I thought it was weird, and I'm not quite sure where they're going with that. So I hope season 2 they explain it, because in the game you become a ghoul being exposed to massive amounts of radiation. Yeah. And only some people are ghouls. Some people are not. Some people just straight up get radiation sickness and die. There's like a genetic component to it. Over time, as you're exposed more, as you've just lived for 200 years, whatever, your brain decays and you become feral, and then you start like attacking people like a zombie kind of thing.
Okay.
So I'm not sure where the drugs are going to fit in.
Okay.
But it was a good scene, like with the shopping market and whatever, and the the like choppy robot. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. That's your gaming update, everybody. Congratulations, Katie. You did a great job.
Katie has waited forever to talk about the Fallout.
I've been sitting, and I can keep going. I could have my own podcast on this.
To be continued. And the other thing that was going on while you were when you missed last month was all of the news about the new Lord of the Rings movies. And I know. And they were super happy that the first movie was just in theaters and it did like $2.5 million. And they're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Where if any other movie did $2.5 million, they'd be like, that thing tanked. But like after all these years, this many people still went and saw Lord of the Rings. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, we got to meet Sauron. I understand.
Man, that was like a delightful surprise. I just wanted to hang out with him.
Like, so that's why you wore a helmet in the movie, because if you didn't, they'd be like, oh, the bad guy has a point. Okay. You're handsome. You might sway me here. Okay.
Yep. You're handsome. You're intelligent. You're witty.
Charming.
Was that Sala,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would have been on his side 100%. I would have been like, I'd vote for you.
They need to stop giving the. I was gonna say they need to stop casting like good-looking people to be bad guys. How do you expect me to like not root for them?
How do you expect me to root for some like dorky loser hero when the villain
Not for real.
is handsome and has a point?
Right?
Katie, don't you like Harry Potter?
I do. However, Voldemort's not cute, so no.
Okay.
My guy doesn't even have a nose, you know?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you know what?
Neither did Walton
nose.
Goggins, but okay.
Speaking of tying that in, my brain just went to the guy that played Tom Riddle is in the new show Renegade Nell, which is really it's on Disney Plus. They kept pushing it on us. I saw that somebody. Oh, it was Michelle. They kept pushing it on to get the Acolyte is out. Which Michelle, I mean, I know nobody here is watching it. We haven't seen the latest episode, but I saw the spoilers that we've got witches in Star Wars now. So I'm like, hell yeah, we're watching that tonight. Witches in Star Wars, baby.
What's up, witches?
Witches
What
in
is up, my
space.
witches? Yes, witches with the Force. Yes.
Uh-oh.
We've been watching Doctor Who and the Acolyte, and they kept being like, you're gonna like a Renegade Nell. And I'm like, leave me alone. They're like, no, you're gonna like Renegade Nell. And then I saw a post on Facebook from Carl from PopCon, and he was like, you're gonna like Renegade Nell. And I was like, okay, I'll trust Carl.
Wow.
Listen, Carl has never steered me wrong on anything. Like,
wow.
We
That's a
vibe.
bold statement.
I'm sorry. And also, Michelle just said Doctor Who is great. Katie, the last episode of Doctor Who was basically Bridgerton Doctor Who. It was so great. I mean, I'm telling you, it's one of the episodes I will watch over and over and over for the rest of my life. It was like instant classic. It was such a great episode.
Okay.
Everything about this new season of Doctor Who has been really fun. They were like not having the doctor in a couple episodes, which was weird. I was like, hey, we got a new doctor. Hey, he's going to disappear at the start of every episode. And I was like,
okay. Well,
he might have been shooting Barbie at the time. We don't know.
He was, I think he was finishing Sex Education. I think he was.
Oh, yeah.
Filming, and so they had to kind of work around that. But it was weird that they did episodes back to back. Like you couldn't have filmed out of order so that we didn't go 2 whole episodes without the doctor on Doctor Who.
I'm glad Doctor Who's like finding its feet again. Because for a long time, that like the end of the Matt Smith into the Peter Capaldi, it just like fell off the face of the earth. Nobody talked about it, which is a shame, you know. And now it's
the Peter
starting to come
Capaldi
back.
Stuff was so good, and
like
honestly, Jodie was great. The writing was not always on par for Jodie. I wish that she would have got better stories. But she was a great doctor. But this is like, I mean, they just from the David Tennant specials to, just like launching full speed ahead into this season. It's been wonderful. Yeah,
Doctor Who's supposed to be fun, and
it's supposed to be fun. It lost
enjoyable and silly and wibbly wobbly and such and so forth. And yeah,
that's what they say. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Yeah,
you can get it on a t-shirt.
Fun and quirky and silly, like it's sci-fi from the 60s. It's supposed to be fun.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Patches, what's going on?
Well, and here's the thing. Here's my take on it. Doctor Who. I mean, when Peter Capaldi started after Matt Smith, much like David Tennant prior to him, he was a young, hot, like out there doctor. The dialogue was hilarious with Capaldi and Jodie Whittaker. People just didn't have the optics.
Yes.
They just, it's just like, come on, guys. I mean, let's give it a go here.
Let's give it a go.
Give it a go.
Well, I highly recommend. And Katie, it's not one of the other things that's nice about Doctor Who is that there are those spots where they go, okay, starting over. So new showrunner, new doctor, new everything. And so people who maybe have been interested in Doctor Who or who dropped off after Matt Smith for a while and are like, I can never catch up. There's too much. Like you can start right now with this new season and you're not lost on anything.
Well, put it this way: it already has its own IMDb listing as well. So, like, you have from 2005 up until this current Doctor, and then now he has his own IMDb because it's like they just hit the reset button, like you said, KJ, and it's completely different now.
I mean, the show's like what, 50 years old? You got to keep it fresh.
It's 60.
It's 60. That's why they had the David Tennant specials this year. It was celebrating 60 years of Doctor Who.
Got to keep it fresh, right?
Yeah. Let's see. You got anything going on over there, Jada? Anything you've been watching? Weeping?
Bridgerton. Well, yeah, I did watch Bridgerton. The last 4 episodes of Bridgerton come out when this airs tomorrow,
midnight
Thursday. But so tonight, the 13th, I guess. I'm very excited. Don't get me wrong, but I just finished a book today.
Tell us, what's it called?
And it's called Gothicana. It's by this person named Rue Nix, and it's the not the prologue. What's it? The author's note in the book was like, because me and my coworker actually do a book club every month, and so like it was her month to pick. She's like, "I'm gonna make you start reading like scary books," and I was like, "Oh no, I don't want to do that," but like it's book club, so I will, right? So it's this book called Gothicana. Cover is beautiful, by the way. I was like, well, I'm just buying it for the cover as of this point in time. And I read the author's note, and it was like, there's some sexually explicit scenes in here, and I was like, Ashley, okay, this book? She was like, I didn't even know, bruh. I was like, well, so it's like a dark romance where this like girl, like mysterious college or whatever, and she ends up falling in love with one of her teachers, and like the teacher has like all of these secrets and stuff, and there's like people like killing themselves at the school, and then like a bunch of murders that happen that they're trying to solve. It's great. It was so good. I'd give it 5 stars. Okay. The spicy scenes were spicy. Okay. I would be very upset when I was reading it. Someone would be like, John, I'm like, absolutely not. Do not speak to me right now. Like, what are you doing? I'm just
spicy.
Like,
That's spicy.
Like, what are you doing? I'm casually reading smut right now. That's exactly what's happening. Okay. It was so good. The story was good. And I just found out that there's going to be another book, but it's a prequel. So then we'll find out about all the murders and stuff that happened like at the beginning, because you only get like a little bit of the story about the murders and stuff like that at the school. But I think the prequel is going to be about like, you know, why all the murders and stuff started happening. It's great. At 10 out of 10. Okay. Vad, my favorite character. He's disgusting. And I love him very much. Okay.
Disgusting in a good way?
Disgusting. Like he could hit me with a bus and I'd be like, thanks.
Oh. We can hear when you're typing. It sounds like it's rumbling over there.
Huh?
Rumble.
Oh, was I typing?
When you type, it's like thunder, 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 thunder.
Rattle, rattle, thunder, clatter.
I was like, what's Pat is doing in the kitchen? Then I'm like, I'm listening to it and I'm watching you move. And I was like, nope, that's Tia typing. I'm sorry. It's the loudest typing out there.
She's going to kjtodayshow.com to get her free tickets.
Yeah, baby. Go to kjtodayshow.com and get your tickets to PopCon Louisville, August 23rd through the 25th. Let's see. Anything exciting going on in your world? Did you have a hot take tonight, Tia, that we need to get to? Or are you hot take free?
Besides the Walton Goggins thing, okay?
I mean, listen, I could have I have like 2 hot takes. They're not like super hot takes and everything.
Are they like temping takes?
They're like lukewarm tapes. Like, all right, so I'll just say it really quickly, right? So I don't know if you guys know this, you probably do. I'm like a huge Transformers fan, and like Transformers Earthspark, like the first part just came out on Paramount Plus, and like, don't get me wrong, it's a kid's show, right? It's like clearly not meant for me, especially Earthspark. It's like literally produced for like Nickelodeon kids, but the first season had a lot of like hiccups, but the ending of the first season was like really good. And you could see people on the internet were agreeing, like when the show concentrates on its legacy characters instead of the new characters they've introduced, it really succeeds. And now the second season, it's like they didn't listen to that at all. It's like we're back to like the silly hijinks with like, because they introduced these like two kids who have like a connection to like the Transformers, and it's just kind of like no one really cares. We want to see like the characters that everyone loves so much.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Pat just heard Transformers, so he's back in.
Oh, Andy's gone.
Oh my gosh.
He was too excited and exited.
He actually like shut his browser down. Like
He's too excited.
to log back in.
So like I don't know, that's my problem, where it's like all the episodes in season 1 that were good were the ones that didn't concentrate on the kids at all. It was just concentrating on the characters that have been around since the 80s. And so you would think that they would learn from that, and it's like no, in the second season it's like they crack down even more on like the kid characters, the new characters that they've created, instead of concentrating on the older characters. And then like, not that you guys are ever going to watch it, but in like the first season,
Patches is going to watch it.
In the first season, they played around with like the character Starscream kind of more so being like a tortured soul instead of like also a bad guy, which are themes that are explored in Transformers comic books, where it's like, you know, instead of Megatron getting forgiven essentially for walking away from the Decepticon cause, like there should be accountability to how he treated like Starscream. Well, in the second season now, Starscream is like this really evil overlord and everything. It's kind of like, I don't know. And it's like, I don't know, the season 1 ended like literally with like the Decepticons and the Autobots coming together to work together to save Earth. It was a really cool, like, and now, I'm just saying, all right.
Hey, all I'm saying is there's always going to be the Jedi and the Sith. There's always going to be the Autobots and the Decepticons. Dude.
Yeah, but the Autobots and the Decepticons working together, what is that?
Yeah, nuh-uh. That's not like some Jedi Sith we're going to meet up to defeat Palpatine kind of thing. No.
But I'm just saying, exactly. Like in the comics, like IDW, which was the longest running Transformers comics, played around with this whole post-war still Autobots and Decepticons, but almost kind of like that they're just two political ideologies instead of like fighting.
Vote for Decepticons.
There was actually funny enough, in the comic books they did vote Starscream to be the president of Cybertron.
And they wonder why Cybertron sucks. Okay.
I'm just saying, all right? And then there's like these rumors online that Earthspark is probably going to get canceled after season 2. And honestly, after watching the first batch of episodes of season 2, I can see why it's just not being received properly.
But yeah, I totally see your point though too. I mean, like keep your legacy characters, like the Starscreams, Thundercracker and Soundwave and Megatron, and hell, even bring Galvatron and Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, all those guys, right? But you introduce new characters with the legacy characters to like just to help, because I mean Transformers, I mean, point in case, you and I still watch Transformers. It's a generational show.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, just have something for both generations so you can keep some longevity.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, again, so in the show, right, it's all because, and again, they introduced this in IDW comic books that, like, Megatron decides to walk away from the Decepticon cause, seeing that it's not what he initially wanted to be, that instead it's just like these crazy tyrants. And they do kind of, I'm sorry, Katie, you can go ahead.
No, go ahead. My question is totally going to derail us. Go ahead.
Okay. So they kind of introduce that in Earthspark, that same sort of concept, but it's like instead of focusing on that stuff, and then like the Decepticons feel really like slighted by Megatron because they're like, oh, you left us and everything pretty much. But then it's like, okay, so imagine that, but then there's like 2 10-year-olds who like randomly also now like have powers, and it's like these are robots that are like the size of the Empire State Building, and you're expecting that like these little 10-year-olds, and then their mom like lets them. She's like, "Go ahead, babies!" Like,
you're gonna hang out with the robot aliens with your superpowers.
I can kill you or whatever. It's fine.
Oh my God!
I'm just okay.
Yes. Go ahead, Katie.
I have no justification for this next statement. I have no knowledge of Transformers. I
Lord.
have no evidence of any kind.
I'm so scared.
Is Optimus Prime the Wolverine of Transformers?
Yes.
Because I feel like way too much hype for a not good character.
Okay, first of all, saying that Wolverine's not a good character is like
Wolverine's not a good character. He's lame.
There
There are way better X-Men.
All of the faces that are happening.
Gambit? Who the-
I'm sorry, Katie has left the show.
Of course,
Listen,
I
I
think
mean,
all
who-
the X-Men suck.
Are you talking about the dude that throws playing cards? Come on, man.
No,
What's wrong with you?
Cyclops. No.
Yeah. It's like,
Like-
oh, pew, pew, pew. Whatever. Come on, dude.
Cry about Jean Grey.
Optimus is not. All right.
Listen, I will say, Katie, we're watching X-Men 97 right now. And like the first time that Logan's grumpy, it's about Jean Grey. And I'm like, oh my God. Like,
Here we go.
Let it go.
I cannot with this.
Wait,
Get over it.
as a Transformers fan, I just want to throw this out there. Optimus is not the best character. Megatron is, especially since his if you just watch the original 1980s cartoon, you're like, Megatron is literally just this world domination character.
I'm fine with that.
But literally every other iteration of his, if you the Autobots were like the rich sitting on their asses on Cybertron, like cool.
Bourgeoisie.
Megatron was a nameless gladiator forced to work in the mines and everything, and decide the robot mine. And he
Woman,
like
bring
what were they
me my
mining?
household oil.
Energon, their
Energon.
energy soy, their energy soy.
It's the
Woman,
adamantium.
this is last week's Energon cube.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying.
So I
that
was right.
Megatron's whole entire thing started with him wanting to bring a voice to the downtrodden and those who are not recognized by society. And Optimus was just a librarian who just wanted to follow the rules.
Oh
So
my
you're
God, he was-
beefing
he
about
was
Earth
Donna
and you
Reed.
have like this actual cause?
Well, no, because they destroyed Cybertron. Their
Yeah.
whole war
Oops.
destroyed Cybertron. So now they're on Earth. So now they're on Earth because they find out that there's a huge deposit of Energon on Earth. I can't get through.
Why
all
does
the
everybody
lore.
have to come to Earth? Okay, ruin someone else's
You have
planet.
all these materials, okay?
I could literally do like 3 or 4 hours of all the lore and how all the different cartoons and comic books approach
download
things.
it
Don't
and
get
watch
me
it.
Tia,
started.
you and I are gonna have to talk.
Oh
Sorry.
God! Didn't you say you have another lukewarm take?
Oh,
This turned into a hot take real quick. Okay.
it literally is about the acolyte and just saying that it's a little boring, and I feel like
Oh, you are watching it?
I am watching. I didn't watch the recent episode that came out yesterday, and I'm still going to watch it because I love Star Wars. But I just feel like in recent years, the animated shows are just 100% better than any of the live action stuff. And there you go. There's my
Compare
lukewarm
anything to
take.
Clone Wars. That's
There's
not
my
fair.
lukewarm
Yeah.
take.
Yeah, I'm gonna compare everything to Clone Wars and the Bad Batch. Get your standards higher.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
Yes.
not even fair.
Well, I will also say, if you haven't watched it yet, lower your expectations for Carrie Ann Moss being in it.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty salty.
they marketed the shit out of. Oh, sorry. They
Yeah, you're
marketed.
You're right.
They
Yes,
marketed
they did.
so much. They were like, "Hey, Carrie Ann Moss, Carrie Ann," and then you watch
Yeah.
those that first episode, and you're like,
Huh.
Tia's face.
Yep. I was like, I literally looked over at Patches and was like,
"That's it."
are you kidding me?
That's a
Are you
shame.
kidding me with that? It was. It was. So just, I think it's enough of it's out there that, and honestly, it's not a spoiler. It's like a prepare yourself. Like bring your expectations down if you're watching it for her.
Was she like
You're-
that or something?
Yeah.
She's out pretty quickly.
Damn.
Oh,
Her
That's
scene
fun.
is super short. They made
yeah.
it's
If
yeah.
you've seen the trailer, you've seen Carrie Ann Moss in Star Wars.
Yeah,
That's it.
they put all her scenes in the trailer.
I did see some. I saw some chatter in the comments about The Boys. The Boys season 4 hits Prime Video at 3 a.m. tomorrow. So Thursday, June
And-
13th, 3
And
a.m.
see-
Eastern time.
And season 5 will be the last season for the
Yeah.
boys, which makes sense to me.
It
I thought
does.
they should have ended it this season, honestly. Like,
Yeah, I'm a little nervous that they're even having this season. Like, we'll see. But yeah, there's just so much with the show that it's like, is there such a thing as too much when it comes to what you can do with these characters? So
well, it's just like, how
we'll see.
long are they going to try to kill Homelander? Like, I feel like
Right.
that's the main plot of every season, and it's
Well,
like,
and that's
at
the
what
problem.
point-
It's like that's the problem. It's kind of like the Superman issue of like, like, okay, you're not going to, like, you can't do anything to Superman unless you have a rock. So you get the right rock and then
A
it's
green
over.
rock.
Like,
A
yes,
green
get the right
glowing
green
rock.
rock and it's over. Like, but yeah, Homelander really can't. I mean, they're just trying to figure out how to kill him, and you can't. So I don't know what they're gonna do. So, but I'm excited about it. And Eric Kripke, obviously, like,
Love him.
way better imagination and mind and writer than I am. So I'm not going to judge him on what he's going to do over the next couple of seasons. We'll just sit and enjoy, right?
My guy had Supernatural on for like 15 years, so like
Mhm.
He's
And
making
listen,
money.
I love the boys. I think it's
Mhm.
fantastic. It's just when you want to like talk about, you don't want the boys to be the next Supernatural and go 15 seasons to the point where you're just exhausted.
Make what you have good. It doesn't have to be too much.
And also, Eric Kripke's original run for Supernatural was supposed to end after 5 seasons, and when they
Yeah, you
decided
can
to
tell.
renew it is when he left. So Eric Kripke, I guess, like has like a
as she
5
takes
season
her glasses
plan.
off.
It's
Yeah,
very
and-
serious.
If I remember correctly, because I got word of this because I followed Jack Quaid. This was kind of this was the plan. Look, man, I follow him on Instagram. You can too. It's like not like we text each other.
It's like free. Or
Are you are you sure? I feel like you would have the in. All right.
I do not have an in with Jack Quaid yet.
Yet.
I'm gonna think positive and say yet on that. But yeah, I saw his post and he made it sound like none of them were surprised that this was sort of the plan. So I think it's great. And he talked about that. It's nice when there's a project that has a beginning and an end. And as an actor, you kind of know what you're going to be doing, and you get to go out, and the show gets to go out the way that it wants to. So I don't think anybody on the show is surprised or upset that they announced that season 5 is the last season either. So,
And on a
We'll
high
see,
note,
man.
don't drag it
Yeah.
till it's dead.
that's right. Just like this show. Gotta go, guys. And on a high note.
Wow. We are getting the wrap up.
Wow.
I gotta have my din-dins.
You still
What
haven't
is
eaten
Patches
it?
even? Patches is making the cats dinner. What is he making you for dinner?
Apparently
we're-
chicken.
Pat is
Gonna throw it at her.
yes, imagine me coming
Raw chicken
downstairs.
eater's slop pail.
Imagine me coming downstairs and he just throws a handful of chicken at me.
And if you don't eat it, you get the frying pan.
Oh, coming back around.
I could just imagine how angry KJ would be if Patches just threw chicken in her face.
That depends on if it's good chicken.
Oh man, he made some chicken. Okay, can I just tell you real quick? He made our ship shopper got chicken thighs instead of chicken breasts, and he was like, "Well, this will just have to do." He was not happy about it. He was like, "It is gross. I don't like it." He was mad while he was making it, and this
You don't like
morning,
chicken thighs?
no, he does not. Patches is bougie about his food. We can't have any meat with bones in it in this house, or it's
That is
over.
true.
Like,
I just out of nowhere that just like was
Yeah.
a thing.
The old
so
man,
apparently,
Patches.
Yeah.
so this
there's that.
morning we're having our morning coffee, and he opens up the refrigerator to get a handful of chicken to throw it at the cats, and he's gagging. He's like, "Ugh, And I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, this is so gross. And I'm like, what is happening? What is so gross? And he's like, you can't smell this? We're never getting chicken thighs again. This is disgusting. I'm throwing all of this away and we're making new chicken for the cats tonight. And literally the cats and I are like, the chicken's fine, dude.
I love chicken thighs. That's like the only chicken I eat.
He had to leave the room so that I could give the cats chicken for him to go to work.
Well, so maybe,
and I literally was just feeding him chicken thighs all day because he was going to just throw it all away.
Let's break it down. Well, number one, they are thrown away now. But number two, but let's break it down though. Like it's one of those weird, like, like maybe it's just because I cooked it and then refrigerated it for the cats. I don't know. So there's like an ancillary smell from it. But for that being one of the first few smells you have as you wake up in the morning, I can't do it. It's just like, everything's good. Everything's good.
I can't do it.
No, thanks.
I am going to, before we go to questions from the audience, I would like to point out that today, every time I gave the cats chicken, I literally stuck my nose in the bag. Like, I don't understand. This smells like chicken. Like, I do not understand. So I just want you to know that if you check the security cameras, every time I gave the cats chicken today, I stuck my nose in the bag. Yes, yes. Go ahead, Jonna.
Okay, I have like multiple questions, but so you got chicken thighs. Did they have bones in them?
No.
Okay.
It's just chicken thighs.
Okay, that's one question. And the chicken was in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
The cooked chicken, yes. Maybe it was because of the
time out. How could you if the chicken was cooked and in a bag? How was there a smell?
I cooked it. I know the raw chicken.
But did you put it in hot?
All right,
are you pregnant? You can smell it through the bag. I know that symptom.
Patrick, are you having sympathy pregnancy over there for Katie?
I might be having sympathy pains with you, kids.
Patches is also with kind of nerdy child.
Did you?
No, we're not getting another cat.
Did you refrigerate? Did you refrigerate the chicken right after cooking? So was it hot going into the refrigerator? Because you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to let it cool down first.
It was room temperature.
You're supposed to let it cool down.
You don't want condensation. That's
no, it was room temperature.
KJ, you should have called me. I would have came over there on my lunch and smelled the chicken and been like, I'm smelling it.
Let's not.
You smelled it
literally every time. I couldn't stop myself. I like opened it up and I'm like, what is he smelling?
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen,
let's welcome everyone to Chicken Chat.
Chicken, so I'm not understing how
we should be a food podcast now.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll submit this for
popcorn.
Yeah. Put us in the food category.
I just don't understand.
I'm sorry. Yes. Go ahead, Tia.
I have one follow-up question before we leave. So, Patches, you say that you don't like things with bones in them. So, are we talking ribs? Are we talking chicken, like
pork
legs, pork chops? I mean,
no, I do boneless pork.
He is a boneless man.
Why are you afraid of bones?
I don't know.
Get your hands dirty, man. When you eat a hamburger, do you do with a fork and knife?
You do boneless things?
Oh, it depends on how big. If there's a fry, there's factors, Tia. Quit judging me.
What is it about chicken thighs that bothers you? Is my question.
I don't know. I don't. Well,
especially if they were boneless. Like if they were boneless chicken thighs, they're basically your chicken breasts.
The smell.
No, I don't know what it was. I mean, like prepping them and everything, it was fine, no problem. It was after I cooked them and I diced them up for the cats.
I learned something about you today.
Yes, go ahead, Katie.
Did the cats have any complaints, or is it just you?
It's just me. I'm just being bitchy. That's
You're just being dramatic.
That is accurate. Yes.
No Patches in his chicken.
Own it, Patches.
No bones. There better not be any bones.
Yeah, but
better not be thighs, okay?
No thighs.
Oh hell no. But to answer your question, ribs, I will like pull off the bone, but like I can't do bone-in wings. I can't do any bone-in meat anymore.
So you just like chicken nuggets? They're not wings.
I know they're not wings.
Okay, they are
I
not.
know they're not wings.
Yeah.
When they're like boneless wings, those are not wings. Those are
Yeah, I know.
They're
They're
grown-up chicken nuggets.
deep fried chicken breasts. I get it.
We love
But
chicken nuggets over here, okay?
I just had wings for dinner.
yeah. It's just like when I started, like I just a switch flipped in my head. I was like, nope, I'm done with it.
So no like T-bones.
First of all, I
No,
feel
I
like
can't do T-bones. I can't do any bone-in steak.
You can't
I
just
feel
like
you
eat
need to talk
around
to a
it.
therapist about this and see like what your trauma is with chicken thighs.
Why are you
I
afraid
don't
of
know.
Because
bones?
there is
There's
something
many
in there,
bones.
like something in there that's just like, what did the chicken thighs do to you, Patrick?
Is
Oh,
it
dude,
all
trust me,
bones or
I-
just
I-
like meat bones?
Meat bones.
Like, are you afraid of like people with skeletons?
No.
Are you afraid
Are you afraid of your own bones?
We're
Are you
all
afraid
people
of-
with skeletons.
Yeah, are you afraid
No,
of like
I am
breaking
not
your
Dr.
own bones?
Frankenstein.
Every time he looks at his hand, he's like, no.
Are you afraid of breaking your own bones? Did
Like,
you go if you broke your
No,
Like-
that's not me.
They're like, they get the doctor, like, we're gonna need to take an X-ray. No. There's bones in there.
Look, KJ has to go to the doctor with patches if he needs an X-ray because he can't look at his bones. Shit.
Buddy, I need you to hold my hand and take off everything metal you have on.
Do the teeth freak you out? Do your teeth freak you out?
No,
Like dentists?
It's just like
Because those are
it
bones.
is- I know, no, they don't. And
Now
I
it
mean,
goes deeper.
literally,
Are you
it
okay
is
with?
meat
Are
bone.
you okay with like popsicles? Do you?
Are you afraid at Halloween, like with skeletons walking around?
No, Jesus.
Or if I dressed up as chicken thighs with a bone, would you be
Okay, that
terrified?
might freak me out. That might freak me out a little bit.
All right.
I think we should
I
have a
know
group
what
Halloween
you're
Just do
costume.
me a favor,
Yeah,
never
I know
Lady
what
We're
Gaga
all
me.
chicken thighs.
Never
I
Lady
know
Gaga
what
me.
you're doing
please.
for Halloween.
Mhm.
I hate
You guys,
For the
you guys
record,
all be
I want the
chicken
tape
thighs.
marked right now.
I'm
I
gonna
hate
be
you
the
all.
bag of chicken that he can't handle being around because of
I've
the
learned
smell.
so much.
And I'll be the
today.
person with the frying pan. It's great.
I've learned so much.
Do you not
today.
like KFC?
Oh man.
If
I've
it's
gotten to the
boneless,
stuff. That's what I do now.
I
Okay,
can
but
never
those are
get a
nuggets.
bucket of chicken. This is my
Those are
life over
nuggets.
here.
Oh, that is
The sacrifice you have to make.
that is horseshit.
And yet I stay with him.
Strong
No-
woman,
no
KJ.
chicken
Too deep now.
thighs.
You got the
Further-
cats, man.
Like, for the record, your mother-in-law invites you over so you can have bone-in chicken.
I know.
Hey, you know what? Grandma Patches makes great bone-in chicken. Okay, I've
Yes,
had
she
some.
does.
It's
she
great.
does.
Okay.
There's a
Yeah.
word for this. I just googled
No,
it.
he won't, Leanne. He won't.
Cartilagenophobia, the fear of bones.
Cartilagenophobia.
Yeah.
You're a cartilagenophobius.
Why
God.
are you afraid of bones?
I don't know.
They're,
Is it just
they're
the chicken
there.
bones?
They're there.
They're there.
No, it's
They're
just
there.
like chicken, steak, pork. Yeah, no bones.
So it's animal bones.
It's animal bones. Yeah.
I think Patches is just too much of a kind-hearted man because he can't even watch animals die like
No,
on
I
like
can't.
TV or anything. So
No.
maybe it
Yeah.
makes him upset. Look,
Okay,
Then
none
he
of us
would be a
can.
vegetarian. Then he would be a vegetarian.
all I'm saying is maybe he doesn't like the reminder because of the
Okay, none of us can watch I
doesn't
Am
wanna eat
Legend,
their
but we're not
carcass,
afraid
you
of
know?
bones.
Right.
I
Patches.
like
I'm trying to
eating,
help you here.
I like eating ribs and like chicken legs and feeling.
What do you
like a-
eat all summer? Like if you go to somebody's barbecue at their house, like
It's
what
like
do you
I love
eat?
getting stuff out the bone.
Are you like salad?
Yeah, I will if I have to. Ooh,
Mac and
potato
cheese.
chips. Yummy. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
he's like
that's enough
chicken
for
nuggets.
Yeah. Hey, do you have the dinosaur chicken nuggies? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
Are you
we
afraid
do.
of like the popsicle stick in a corn dog? Because
No,
that's like the
I'm
same
not.
thing.
That's
Dude,
what I
love me some
That's
corn
the same
dog.
thing. It's
I
the
will
bone of the corn
destroy
dog.
a corn dog. I don't know why. Don't add. It's like I said. It's irrational.
Do we know any like psychiatrists? I gotta know more.
Why can we sit in on the therapy session with your psychologist?
Yeah.
Figure
We
out
should
why
just
you
talk
don't-
about this
Yeah,
this
that's-
whole podcast.
That's
Are
tomorrow.
they gonna
Let's see
make
if
you
we
do
can
like
a group
exposure
Zoom, guys.
therapy?
bro.
Will you send her the link to this show?
Yeah. My consulate appointment is tomorrow. Yeah. Can we just do a group Zoom? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Let me know what time I need to be there.
Okay, no
Are
problem.
they going
It's
to
at
make
11.
you do like exposure
11 tomorrow.
therapy? Like,
Okay.
ooh, a bone.
Like, how close in the room can you be to the bone? Like it's across the room. We're gonna desensitize
Is it worse
you.
if it's on a plate or in a bag?
Look, now he's gonna be paranoid.
Oh my god. I can
He's gonna be
handle.
paranoid that we're hiding bones.
What if we are? What if
Next
we
time
are?
I come to your house, I'm just gonna hide a random bone.
Hey, you know what? Actually, you know what? KJ can even attest. We got bone-in pork chops. They were chopped for improperly, and I actually prepped the pork off the bone. Did I not?
Okay.
You did. You were
Thank
not happy
you.
about it.
I
you
was
did
not
it. You
happy about
faced
it,
your fear.
but I still did.
Was it like
I
a?
was so proud.
Okay,
You were
okay.
so,
You know what? Here,
you
here,
were
here.
so
Hold on.
brave. You were so brave.
My mom would have been so upset because her favorite part of a pork chop is
Yep.
gnawing near the bone.
Yep.
Oh,
Is
man.
your mom a werewolf?
We both are. Carnivores here, baby.
Actually, you know,
New
I'll,
York
I'll actually,
carnivores.
I'll actually even get it more further. If it's cooked animal meat that has bones in it, I can't do it. I can prep, even though it's not my favorite thing.
So you
I can
don't like
still
cooked
handle that.
animal carcass.
No, I do not cook.
Okay.
I do not cook anything with.
I do
bone
not
in it.
cook with carcass.
Are you afraid of like the
He's
bones
not a carcass cooker,
splintering,
got it.
or like is there like a real
I don't-
reason?
No, because when I would eat wings all the time, I would eat drumsticks all the time. I would.
This is a highlight for the YouTube channel, 100%.
Yeah,
It
the one
really
thing
This
I
is
can
what's going to
honestly
get us
say,
monetized, guys.
This is going to win the food award at the
right.
podcast
I
award.
can honestly say the one thing I've never liked are bone-in chicken breasts ever in my life. That's where I've had drawn the line. But like
Do you
ribs,
like rotisserie chicken? Like
No,
I
I can
love
never
rotisserie
have a
chicken.
rotisserie chicken.
oh my god!
I mean, you
can
can
have
secretly have
whatever
a
you
rotisserie.
want.
KJ,
Just
let
not
me
in the
know when
house.
you want a rotisserie chicken. You can come secretly eat it at my house.
it's $4 at Costco. Just
No,
get
I'm
one.
going to eat it right in front of him now.
Are there certain parts of the rotisserie chicken that freak you out, or is it the whole thing?
Wait, so what do you do for Thanksgiving with the turkey?
Yeah.
Wait for the turkey to be carved and the meat on the plate.
He hides in another
literally do.
room.
I
He literally
do.
hides in another room
Yeah,
until
yeah.
everything is ready and the turkey has been carved and is on a plate and he can't see the carcause.
We were
Veggie,
supposed
this
to
is
end
me
this show
hugging
like
you.
a half hour ago, but I'm
Okay,
so
Veggie.
fascinated.
This is fascinating.
Oh
Well,
god!
I am going to
That's
wrap it up
very
because I would like to
fascinating.
eat my boneless chicken that he prepared for me tonight.
We might have to give it a
Not
smell
the chicken
first.
thighs, though.
You know
Not
what?
the
Oh
chicken
my god!
thighs, though. Not
All
the
right.
chicken-
Michelle said we're going to start doing lunch dates so I can eat bone and meat.
Get
I know.
this woman a rotisserie chicken.
Rotisserie chicken meetup.
Look, if a rotisserie chicken shows up on your doorstep tomorrow, just know I sent it, okay?
I'm gonna order Uber
Oh.
Eats from
Oh my
What an
God.
Just the
educational
rotisserie
episode.
chicken, nothing else. Just the rotisserie
What
chicken.
an educational episode we've had today.
I
Oh
know.
my God.
I
All
feel
right.
like we've learned a lot.
All right, you
Okay,
guys
okay.
know. For the record, I love you all. You know, I
Yes.
do. But I hate every single one of you right now.
And chicken thighs.
That's just I gave you a hug. Did you see me hug
Yeah,
you?
I saw
did
that. And
this.
thank you.
I
That's
did
very. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
All
just
right,
I'm
I'm
just
going-
interested in your brain.
All right. Most people are.
I wanna
It's
pick
not
your
for anything
brain.
else.
There's no bones in there.
No, just a ham
It's surrounded by bones, though. Your skull
Are
is
you
a
afraid of
bone.
skulls?
Oh man. And you don't have any hair, so you can even see more. Like your close, there's even more
Does it freak
exposure.
you out
No,
that your
no,
head
the
already
bald
looks like a
joke.
skull?
What the hell, dude? Now we're picking on the bald guy that doesn't
Look
like
at that.
Does it freak you
Animal
out that
like-
your head already looks like a skull?
Christ Almighty. Oh my God! I
All
picked
right.
the wrong time to try
I'll
that.
take that as a yes.
I'm gonna have to call into work tomorrow after this. I don't know.
Oh my God!
Right. I'm gonna go
All right,
eat my
I
boneless
hate you all.
chicken. We love you, Patches.
Love you,
Yeah,
Patches.
Hey, for the record, this is your fault, and I don't want you hangry when you come downstairs.
Okay, you got it. All right. We will be rescheduling the Kind of Nerdy Girls because the KJ Today show actually needs to be on July 10th. So we'll figure that out, guys. Ladies. Patches will probably not be joining us, but
not after we just like kind of bullied him.
That wasn't a kinda. That was a full-on bullying session.
So mean, girls.
Please rate, review, and subscribe. Please review this episode. Please review this
submit
episode.
us for the food awards at the podcast awards.
Look, the name of this episode. Patches, are you scared of chicken thighs?
Are you scared of the dark?
Patches, are you scared of bones?
Don't be scared of bones.
Don't be scared of bones.
And you know what? Hey, for the record, Brandon Peters, if you're listening to this, this better win the damn Popcorn Award. Period.
And
Full
there
stop.
better be a follow-up episode.
There's
Full
never
stop.
been a more entertaining food segment ever in the history.
Tell me a
podcasting.
food podcast that is worth listening to besides this one.
Lady.
All right. Thank you, ladies. It has been a blast. As always, we are the Kind of Nerdy Girls, and we are done. Bye.